I just saw a video that said something that I know, but it's like, okay, Raven, if you really knew it, you be doing it. So do you really know it? Let me explain. Okay, so I have been following a YouTuber named Ali Abdal, and he has like 6 million followers. I started following him a while ago for productivity content. He comes up every once in a while. I think he does like business content now too. And so anyway, his latest video popped up and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I just pressed play. And then he said this.
In general, all else being equal, the people who make more money are spending way more of their time actively trying to make money. The people who make less money are probably spending less of their discretionary time actively trying to make money. If you are trying to make more money, then you probably need to spend more time actually doing that.
Okay. Now, he does go on to say he's not talking about right now. He knows that privilege and unfair advantage, that stuff plays a role, but he's not talking about that right now. And I'll say the same thing. I understand there's different situations that people are born into. So I'm not saying that I'm using this specifically for my situation. I have experience as a freelancer. I have experience a freelancer in tech, and I also have experience in corporate as tech. So I'm coming from not from ground zero. I do have some experience. And so that's what I'm talking about. Now, what what blew me away simply about this was like, yeah, Raven, if you want to make money, you have to actively spend more time trying to make money. It makes so much sense. It's so like it feels like common sense, but then I had to when I saw this, I didn't even finish the video because this is towards the beginning of his video, and I just paused it. When I heard that, I was like, and I just stopped and I started going over my head thinking about what actually I have been doing in the pursuit of this career reinvention, health reinvention, just a life, midlife reinvention period, right? And so my health, I have been doing things, I've been taking the steps that will eventually get me to my goals, right? So my goal with my health is 24% body fat. I think I'm at 39% right now. And some other things, right? But I'm taking the steps every day. I'm eating well, I'm working out, I am drinking drinking water, drinking more water every day, um, and really tussling, trying to get the sleep in, right? So I'm doing the things that I know, okay, if I just consistently keep doing these, it should lead me to my goal. And then, of course, ever so often looking at my results and like, okay, do I need to tweak anything? Do I need to sleep more, eat more calories, or eat less calories, drink more water, drink less water? Like adjust. What do I need to adjust, right? Do I need more rest days, etc.? When it comes to the career slash freelancing part, I've not been doing that. There have no, there have been, there's been a lot of thinking, a lot of talking to chat. There's been a lot of planning and preparing to prepare again, to plan, to eventually make more money. But I'm like, girl, what is happening? Like, have you applied for even one job? And no, because why? Well, I need to update my resume, which I started, and then I was like, I need to make it better. And then I was like, oh, well, I looked at a couple of roles and I'm like, well, I don't have all the qualifications. And then it's like, okay, well, did you reach out to a recruiter? And I'm like, well, no, because I want to, refresh myself on Microsoft because I know they'll probably ask me questions and I just want to make sure I'm fully refreshed in all of my skills before in the Microsoft platform before I reach out to someone because I want to, make a good first impression. And I'm just like, girl, it sounds like you're slipping back into the perfectionism. And that's what it was. Booyah. I was like, what? How do we get back here? Because definitely with my upbringing and the things I was taught, perfectionism has been a struggle. And it was one thing that I really, really had to overcome when I started my health journey. Because I'm like, oh, I have to throw away all the food. I have to work out 2 hours a day. I have to, you know, waist train and eat just like chicken and broccoli and drink a gallon of water and like all these strict things. And girl, I would quit after 3 days. Every time, 3 days or a week or whatever. And now I took things in stages, right? I would work on one habit, right? The first habit was movement every day. I did 10,000 steps today. You know what I'm saying? I do 10,000 steps like on a regular now, like it's just part of my day, which it is because I implement it in stages. So I just got up moving more. And then after several weeks, I added in, okay, eating better, like eating more vegetables, just adding lots more vegetables to what I was already eating. And then eventually what I was eating changed over time from not so helpful options to better options, right? But every time, even if I eat pepperoni pizza, I still make sure I have a salad with it, right? To help, or some type of veggie to help. And again, I did that in stages. So everything I have done there, I did it in stages to overcome my perfectionism so that I can make some moves, actual moves, and take some actual steps instead of getting into my head and planning and watching 50 million more health videos and writing down many more plans or having chat pull me up, create me plans, and then I never use them. And so I'm like, oh, I tried to, I didn't do that this time. I went right into the just planning and more planning and researching. And yeah, I need to study this and study that. I'm so easily sucked into researching and planning, not researching and planning, researching and studying. I will research and go down a rabbit hole for hours for several days in a row. I will study like it's my full-time job. And I'm just like, Raven, you have to take steps to actually make money if you want to make more money. So, how much of the time are you spending studying 4 hours? How much of that is spent actually making money? Meaning, like for freelancing, right? One thing I could do is um reach out to people, right? I can, how many people have I DM'd? None. How many people have I emailed? None. How many times have I posted on social media and let people know that I am available for clients? None. How many how many times have I even said on these videos what I do as a freelancer, and if you need anything, let me know, or if I or offered any of my digital products? Not at all. So it's like, how can you expect somebody to hire you or partner up with you? Because I love to partner with clients. I don't, I partner with them to make their business run smoother. But anyway, I digress. How can people partner with me if they don't know what I do? And I never tell them about what I do. So that has got to change. Out of the 4 hours, let's say a day I study, then at least an hour. But if I need to start small, right, start in stages, like I just said with my health journey, if I need to start in stages, like, okay, well, if I start out sending 2 DMs a day, and then ramp it up to 4, and then ramp it up to 10, or if I go back to my previous clients and reach out to one previous client every 3 days, or whatever in stages will help me overcome the perfectionism that is kind of trying to run the show here. I think is what's worthwhile. So anyway, I wanted to share that because I know this quote is so simple, and I love what he said here. The simplicity is needed. Sometimes, like I said, you know something, but then it's like, do you really know it if you're not doing it? I'm talking to myself, of course. Do I really know it? But I know that makes sense. It's so common sense that if you want to make more money, or those who make more money spend more time trying to make money, like specific money generate income generating activities, as I've heard them called before. And those who make less money, like moi, or not the amount of money that I want to make, we are spending less time on income generating activities. And so, yeah, that has to change. Funny enough, though, I had a former client reach out to me today and was like, hey, I need help with this. Can you help me? And then I was like, okay, Raven, respond. And I did. I got back to her, and, hopefully she'll get back to me later today. We're in 12-hour difference because Malaysia, I'm here in Malaysia, and she's in the US. But yeah, I just need to, I will sit down and plot out the baby steps, the stages I can do so I can move forward. I think, especially too, with the applying for tech roles at a company and looking at the job descriptions, I think the biggest thing with that, and in slash contracts, right? So I was looking for jobs, contracts, like a job would have to be pretty sweet. I want to be completely remote. I'm not trying to go into anyone's office, but the thing is like, and I've heard a stat about men will apply even if they have like 60% of the requirements, and women won't apply to a role unless they have 100% of the requirements. And I'm like, okay, Raven, you have got to get out of that, because I have gotten jobs before. It's been a long time, but I have secured roles before where I didn't have all the qualifications, but I definitely, you know, I presented myself and presented what I knew and what I can learn well. And I think part of it is getting into my head about, with so many layoffs and so many downsizings, it's like I have to be I have to be perfect for lack of a better word, but there's no such thing as perfect. And so anyway, I mean, if they have a contract roll out, they need assistance, right? So I need to apply. Anyway, I digress. That is the little thing that hit me today. That is so simple, but it's so it made me think like, oh yeah, I really need to get on this. Anyway, I listen. Ali will never see this video, but if he ever does, thank you so much for this. And please know that this is his content. I'm going to tag him in the description. It's not my content, and no copyright infringement is intended at all. I need to take it down. Let me know. And that's it. I'll talk to you later, boo. Ciao.